Hi, I'm Aaron Gagnon of the Seattle Thunderbirds. For the past 8 years, the Thunderbirds have hosted and taken part in an event known as the Hockey Challenge. The Hockey Challenge benefits the Ronald McDonald House charities of Western Washington. Entering its 9th year, the challenge has raised over $3 million for the Ronald McDonald House.
I'm Diana Finnerty. I'm the Executive Director of Ronald McDonald House Charities of Western Washington and Alaska. We own and operate the Seattle Ronald McDonald House, which is the second largest Ronald McDonald House in the world. We have 80 rooms and we're full many, many nights of the year. So we have at any given time 70 to 80 families living in the house, each with a seriously ill child, each hoping that, of course, their child will get better. And so our job really is to provide an oasis. We're the calm spot in a very chaotic, difficult time in families' lives. We try to provide a safe, secure, nurturing, comfortable home. We really are a home away from home for a family as long as their child needs to be seen at Children's Hospital in Seattle. We've had families living with us for a year, sometimes as short as 2 or 3 weeks, but there's no time limit. Families come here, they stay, we try to support them. We have comfortable rooms, living room, dining room, kitchen, a well-stocked pantry, 500 volunteers. We try to make it as home-like as possible and just try to help families as much as we can through a very tough time in their lives. The Seattle Ronald McDonald House raises money year in and year out. We have families here 365 days a year. It costs us about $3 million a year to run our facility. We're always looking for financial help. We ask families to pay $20 a night, but only 1 in 5 can do that, and we never turn anybody away. So every dollar donated helps to go and keep our doors open and help keep families here. So financial donations are very important to us. We also could not run the house without volunteers. We have an incredible group of volunteers, over 500, with committed work shifts and hours here. So we're always looking for volunteers who will agree to come at least once a week for 3 hours, or drive our van, or do a food drive for us. We have huge variety in volunteer jobs, so people can help us with their own time, financial donation. We also need lots of goods and products to run the house, just as you would a regular house, only times 10. So anything you'd use in your own house pretty much, cleaning supplies, paper towels, canned food, all year long we're happy to receive donations of volunteers, money, and goods and services. We love the Seattle Thunderbirds here at the Seattle Ronald McDonald House. They are really the perfect partner. They help raise money for the house, which we need year-round. They're wonderful with the kids. The players come and have dinner and play with the kids that are in the house once or twice a year. We get tickets to their games. The families get to go see the games sometimes. And each year we do an annual fundraiser with the T-Birds, and they gather other hockey teams, and they play in Key Arena. They've raised just an amazing amount of money, like $3 million in the last few years. It's just, they really are the perfect partners to the Seattle Ronald McDonald House. They care about sick kids. They're there year-round for us. It just doesn't get any better than the T-Birds and our partnership.
The challenge brings together hockey teams from local businesses and organizations, along with a Celebrity All-Star game and a T-Birds game. These teams compete in a day-long event at Key Arena to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House.
Well, the first event was at Key Arena. It was the big one that the T-Birds fans would probably know, but it actually started probably 2 years ahead of that. There was a game in the Exchange Product Group team that was the Canadians versus the Americans. The Exchange Product Group had bought 2 Canadian companies, so there's a whole bunch of Canadian players that were in the Exchange Group at the time. So a Canadian-US game really wasn't that fair. So after that game, we decided, as opposed to beating up on each other, we would find a new victim. So at the time, Brian Valentine, who was the Exchange General Manager, had moved over to the Windows Group and became the Vice President of Windows. And so the Exchange Group challenged the Windows Group to a game. At that event, They passed around the hat, the money went to Ronald McDonald House, and that was sort of the beginning of the hockey challenge. Well, at the very beginning in the first Windows Exchange game, I was asked to be the captain of the team, so I organized the team, picked the lines, set the practices, that sort of thing. And from there, it really blossomed into this big event that was going to happen. It was going to be at the Key Arena, the T-Birds were all involved, and things got very, very big from that point on. They created this group of very passionate, very focused individuals that started to create this huge event, and I was asked to be a part of that group. So from there, we met weekly and we tried to figure out how to rally all the troops at Microsoft and to create a passion among those employees and among the vendors and partners at Microsoft to create this into a huge event. And the energy that came out of that room was amazing, and it turned into a huge success because of those people. The very first big hockey challenge, the Windows Exchange game, the team went to the house, we met the kids, played with the kids, met the families. We had a fun time doing that. And as part of that, we met these kids, and of course they're losing their hair because of their treatments for cancer. And we found a lot of their siblings and their parents were shaving their heads off to show their support and help us cool. So we had a pep rally for our team going into the event. And as part of that, we had a bunch of the kids from the house come out and be part of it, and then we had them help us shave our heads. So our entire team shaved our heads for the first Windows Exchange game at the Key. On the ice, one of my fondest memories is probably that first Windows Exchange game. We had so much energy built up going into that game. It was nice to win that. Off the ice, we met so many incredible people that cared about the kids enough to put their time in. You know, pro players like Wayne Gretzky and Pat LaFontaine, you know, two of the best hockey players ever. Lots of celebrities that care about the children and wanted to put their time in to help with such a great cause. The event is very special to me. I made a lot of great friends doing this. We had a blast playing the games and all the events that happened around it. And I'm proud to have been a small part of something that turned into such a huge success for such a great cause for the kids. It's all for the kids.
Of course, it's one thing to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House, but to me, what really makes it special is going to the house and meeting the kids and parents who use this wonderful facility. It puts a scratch like this in perspective. Coach Sumner kicked off the fundraising in October when he took part in an ice cream social at the house. The social was attended by house supporters, including U.S. Women's Ice Hockey bronze medalist Kelly Stevens and cartoonist Brian Bassett.
Whenever I hear Ronald McDonald House, whether it's for me or the players or both, I always look forward to those events. It's kind of a situation where you know you're going into some tough situations for families, but at the same time you go down there and you can really brighten some days and make a difference. And I thought that particular night it was just me going, not the team, and I met some great families and some great kids, and I think although I love when the team goes, that was a great chance for me to maybe spend a little more one-on-one time with some of the people. We were very serious at the rink, and we kind of look at our game like it's the most important thing, and in our day-to-day life it is. But when you go down and see some of the tough situations that these families are faced with, I think it can put some things into perspective, and it opens up some eyes for our players. Just the numbers itself are very impressive. It's our 9th year being involved with the Hockey Challenge. There's been over $3 million raised. We're certainly proud of that relationship. We certainly look forward to every season doing what we can, being involved hands-on at the Ronald McDonald Clinic, and the Hockey Challenge is such a great event. I know the fans look forward to it. It raises the necessary money that's so important for this program, and I think it's a great event and I hope it continues to grow in the future.